Now we are going to discuss about the development of management thought. In this one, we try to understand the history of management, how it has started from long ago and what is their shape in nowadays. What we are learning management today in today's world, how it is different from the previous one, and how it was, whether it is a management in early days or it is something different. That is the basic understanding of these things, development of management thought, or you can say the history of management journey, or you can say the timeline of management concept. So the management or development of management thought can be divided into a four main period. In some books, you may find it as a three main period like classical, neoclassical, and modern. But we have to understand that, or to avoid the confusion, like people may think that if it is from the scientific or classical theory, so it may be only management has been started since 1800. It is not like that. Even before 1800, people use the management without knowing the concept of management. Like kings are there, queens are there, priests are there, influential people are there who has the control. So we have to go through all these things. So on the basis of these things, we can say there are the four main era of management thought or management history. First one is earlier influence before 1800. Then the scientific management movement, also known as classical theory. Then the human relation movement, also known as the neoclassical theory, and modern influence. So let us see what are all these. As we have seen that the evaluation or evolution of management thoughts can be divided into the four parts. Pre-scientific management period. Also you can say this one is the period of pre-industrial revolution period. Also you can say this is the period of before 1800, or this is the period where the worlds are generally controlled either by the kings or by the churches or whoever is the religious head. So all the things, whether it is the decision, whether it is the building, whether it is the construction of anything, or whether it is the taken the decision for one particular area, it is decided by the church, by the Roman Catholic period of church. It may be through the military, it may be through the kings, it may be through the one influential party, or it may be through the big philosopher or thinkers like Charles Babbage, James Watt, or writers. So managements are not fixed, not defined. People or influential people can take as per their own. Like everybody, every country has their own civilization. They have their managements, but that is not defined, not formal, and it has been taken like that one. But after industrial revolution, or you can say the after 1850 or during the 18th century or 19th century, classical theory was there. It was mostly influenced by scientific management, administrative management theory, and bureaucratic management. They all are based on work basis payment. Means if you work more, produce more, production basis payment. Here the main focus is on the production. Then after in 1920, 1940, 1900, people realize, scientists realize it is not only about the production, it is also about the human being, it is also about the human relation, it is also about the human nature, it is also about the for the development of long term. So thinking more about the human part along with the production part is comes under the neoclassical theory. The most famous experiment under this one is Hawthorne experiment. And Nowadays, whatever we are doing it, like in terms of function, in terms of leadership, in terms of any other things, we call it as the management or modern theory. It may include the system approach, it also include the contingency approach. Let us see one by one. So pre-scientific management period, or the before the scientific or classical theory, it is all decided by a one group of people for one particular reason. Let us see from the, so this is all about the early influence, ancient record in the China, Greece, India, all the old civilization, especially during the 1400 and 1450. uh, Europe are mostly operated by the churches, operated by the influential people, operated by the kings. So these type of things are there on the early influences. When we are talking about the scientific management movement, also known as classical theory, here the contribution is maximum from the Frederick Taylor. Taylor is saying that science, not rule of thumb. It is all about the scientific method. It is all about the total number of production which you can do it, the total number, or the, according to that one you will get your benefit in terms of salary, in terms of wages, in terms of any other benefits. So the scientific management approach is saying managers were elevated in status. They are at the top, while the worker roles were negated, means negligible. They are only there to operate. They are only there for the production. They are like a slave. They have to produce it as much as what the management or managers are expected. It is all about the decision based things. It is all about the production based things. It is all about the total number of that one. There is no thinking about the holidays, timing, total number of hour, family, society. These things are very sidelined, and the major focus is the production. Actually, that is the time new machine was invented. People are coming with the new approach. Many big companies are coming to build a car, even to manufacture some machineries, even for the boat, for the ship. So these things will require more people involved into more time, and companies are there to achieve more target. So that is all about the scientific management movement. After that, maybe after 40 or 50 year, or even during the early days of 1900, when some scientists realized that it is not only about the focus of production. It may be true for certain period of time, it may be true for some company, it may be true for short term goal, but for the long term goal we have to take care of our biggest assets, which is the mankind, which is the human skills. So after the study of various fields like psychology, sociology, psychology is all about the study of inner side of the human. It may be related with the emotion, intelligence, personality, motivation, and sociology, study of society where the people are living. So after the emergence of these fields, scientists realize that the human being must be separated from their machine. They must be treated separately. They must be treated well. So the basic of human relation movement was integration of various disciplines. It's include the psychology, sociology, applied anthropology. So because of these movement, the new classical theories come. And the major study which was done in the field of neoclassical theory or human relation theory is Hawthorne study. And the major person or the major scientist is the Ilton Mayo, which is associates. They try to understand or they try to challenge the assumption of scientific management. They try to study how much human behavior, human factors are important into an organization. So they have done their study for a long period of time. Almost 4 years they have put into a electric Hawthorne electric uh, company was there, 4,000 employees are there, and they tried to do the study on them. What they have do it, they have manipulated the various things. They have manipulated the physical work condition to see the result. Manipulated in a sense, sometimes they will decrease the good working condition with the hygiene place, with the good lighting condition, and they will observe the result of the output. Again, they will decrease the physical condition, like decreasing the lighting condition, decreasing the hygiene condition. Then again, they will see the what will be the result. Again, they will see the psychological factors, like how people will how people will perform if they will work for 24 hours in a continuous, how they will perform when they will take a break, how they will perform if they will work with a same minded people. So after observing all these human sides or psychological part of the human skills, if the work people are working with their family, maybe with the husband and wife, it may be with the close relatives, what is their performance, these all things will be observed and noted down. And finally, Mayo and their colleagues concluded that new social setting will lead to the more performance and for the long term benefit of the organization. Good human relation will directly correlated with the higher productivity. It is not only the more number of time, it is not only the more number of people, it is not only the more number of production, it is also the human relation which will give the higher productivity. And they will conclude also with the social and human concern are the key to productivity. Social means must be society must be involved, people where there must be a break time, there must be a working time defined, there must be a holiday, there must be some time where the people will go to the society and enjoy their time, so that when they will come back they will give more than what is expected. So Hawthorne effect is people who are singled out for the special attention perform as expected. Initial study examined how economic incentive and physical condition affected work output. No consistent relationship found. Means there are no more differences when the physical conditions are changed and their economic incentive are increased or decreased. But if their human factors are changed, there was a significant impact on the production. That is the Hawthorne study is all about. And that is all about from where the human skills will become the one of the important concept of management in the field of or in the history of management or in the history of businesses. If you are talking about the modern influence is also included the human sides plus because of the change of technology, because of the enhancement in the globalization, because of the after the World War II, basically these all things will come into a so change are very fast. Technology are changing at the rapid pace. People are interacting with more different type of organizations comes into existence. So these things will lead to the some new approaches which we call it as the modern approach or modern influence. Generally there are two main type of and all these management process whatever we have discussed like the management organization, their function, these all will be the part of this management process. Also in these periods during 1900, 40, 50, 60, even nowadays scientists are coming with the new research, with the new finding, with the new concepts like concept of management by objective, concepts of behavioral science of the leadership, concepts of situation studies. So it is not only one way but a different way to get the things done. So these all are the part of new methods of management thoughts or modern philosophy of management. There are the two main approaches of management. Different approaches are there, functions are there, many research are there, but we can say there are the two main approaches of management. One is called as system approach and another one is called as contingency approach. System approach is basically a business is treated as a system and all the part is interacted with each other to get the desired result, and all the part is the subsystem of the system. So how we are operating today into a business world, that is all about the system approach. Let us see what is system approach and what is contingency approach. When we are talking about the system approach of management, it is the concept which view a company, a business, a organization as an interconnected purposive system which consists of several business sections, which is known as subsystem. They all are interacted with each other, they all are dependent on each other, they all are working together. The entire system can be broken into the three parts. Input is there, process is there, and output. You can take the example of any type of industry, any type of businesses, any type of organization, any type of group. They all work as a system, whether they have the five function, four function, different department, marketing department, financial department, operation department, production department, research department, IT department. They interacted with each other as a subsystem finally to get the result. And they all major function is input. Input is coming as a raw materials from the outside. So environment is also involved. So input is there. Through the input, we are processing the things through the machine, through the computers, or through the different way, and finally giving the output in terms of product. This approach gives due importance to the management concept such as planning, organizing, controlling, staffing. It also considers the constant interaction with the external environment. So that is called as system approach, what we are following today world also. Also, in system approach, we can say that an organization can act as an open or closed system. Practically, we are operating into a open system. Open system means a organization, a system is operating, not only interacting with their inside of the organization, with their employee, with their machineries, with their function, with their management, but also they are interacted with the environment in a sense, with their customer, with their supplier, with their competitors, with the government, with the any other things like that one. So this is called as open system. And closed system is also there, but it is very rare inside the system. If we can say, it can be possible. Like a closed system is one which doesn't interact with the environment. It is completely isolated, hidden. Sometimes a company doesn't want to disclose its patent right or its experiment, so they will make a completely closed system, like a research department, like a some places where they are making some sensitive or some confidential experiment. So that can be the part of closed system. Does everything means even the supply is from the inside, everything from the inside, input, output, processing, everything is there only for the purpose of the system. Practically it can be the part of a big system, but in general we can say maximum systems are open system nowadays. Like you can see with the help of this diagram, organization has complex network of the interactive subsystem. Input from the supplier through a raw materials, then inside the organization there are the different department interacting with each others, doing a different function and providing the output in the form of product to the customer. So organization network of subsystem, they themselves interacted, like marketing department is there, production department is there, accounting and finance department is there, information technology department is there. They all departments are working together to give the right product because they are interdependently on each others. Also they are doing the various function. So that is the system approach. Another approach is there because of the changing environment of the world, because of the unpredictable environment of the world, because of the unprudential situation. It may be the situation of some unidentified or unexpected. Sometimes this approach is also valid, which is known as contingency approach of management. A research effort to determine which management practice and technique are appropriate. So this contingency approach of management is saying that no one approach is the best approach. It is all about the we have the some contingency approach. We have the some second planning. We have the something different which we can react or act in the time of unexpected things, in the time of different situation, in the time of what you call as the war situation, pandemic situation, uh, in the time of unexpected government collapse situation, in the time of died off manager. So these are the some contingency situation where a company can have the appropriate way to manage it. So in that case, we have to act immediately, whatever the best solution available, without any prior defined management process. So that is called as contingency. The situation approach or contingency approach to management replace more simplistic system and interact much of the management theory. So they are saying that there is no any theory is right or wrong. It is totally depend upon which theory can be accepted at that moment of time that can be acceptable. And what is that contingency variables? Things which are always changing. It may be because of the like organization size is very big, it will become something unmanageable. Unexpected things was happen. It may be the death of the key players. It may be the change, or it may be the team shifted or team left. So can be anything. It may be the routineness of the task technology. Task complexity is there. Change in the complete technology is there. Obsolete technology is there. Environmental uncertainty is there. It may be related with the government, it may be related with the economic condition, it may be related with the natural calamity. So or it may be the individual differences also, like some people cannot be able to handle at that moment of time. So what to do? Should we change? Should we manage it, or should we going for the different way? So contingency approach of management is also going side by side system approach of management. So these two are the modern approach of management. So I hope you understand since beginning what we have discussed, and especially the management history from the earlier stage to the classical to the neoclassical to the modern approach. So this is all about the first chapter. This is all about the understanding. So if you have any queries, any confusion, any clarification, I am always there. You can approach me through email, through face to face, or through in the class. So thank you very much for your understanding.